Aries, the message that I have for you, and I actually heard this, and I heard this over the last 2 days. Are you watching cartoons or are you creating cartoons? Because the month of December is going to be an action-packed month, really surrounding that fire energy that Aries carries along with Sagittarius as we move into this Sagittarius season. Now let's take a look at the sun, moon, and rising sign. We're going to look at your foundation. That is your money, that's your earnings, that's your everything that has to do with the base foundation of you. Then we'll look at family and friends and relationships, and then we'll move into romantic relationships. And the last, I'll give you the guided message from my guide. Archangel Michael is with me today, and my guide Ali. Now, Aries, this is very, very big deal. That message, are you watching or are you creating? That is clear as a bell, and it keeps coming through over and over. And some of you may have even heard that. It's time. It's time to get up, or you just have that thought in your head. You just have that inner knowing. I have to do something. Now, with Mercury in retrograde, it's important to always pay attention to what's going on around you. But for a lot of you, what I'm seeing is this has nothing to do with something brand new. This is what you started working on back in 2020, 2021, and 2022 for some of you. It could even go back further than that, but this is a dream state that you decided to start learning how to do something, especially for those of you who are looking at, they're showing me automated system. So working with the AI system, working with IT, this is going to be very, very beneficial if you went to school, if you got a certification, if you started learning and educating and growing, feeding your mind with really healthy information. You're going to be able to make a actual financial gain from this starting in the month of December. So it's a very powerful energy where a lot of you got the Seven of Swords. And this Seven of Swords is talking about betrayal, the things you went through, all of that negativity that you've been through over the last 4+ years, okay? Even if you're thriving right now, Aries, this is the time to go beyond where you're at today. This is a very, very big moment where my guides are showing me some of you, I just keep seeing pentacle, and it's not one or two, it's like 3 or 4. Boom, 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 boom. This is opening up different multiple income streams. Some of you, whether you are retired, whether you are working, I see you getting money from avenues as far as investing, maybe investing in cryptos or learning about it, and now is your time to actually put it into play. There's just a very powerful base foundation underneath the sign of Aries in the month of December. Now, you may be working with somebody around you, if you are actually working, who has that Seven of Swords energy, because what I'm seeing is somebody very manipulative around you. They may have even tricked you when it comes to investing. They may have tricked you into going a different route that took your money, but now you know better. A lot of our Aries are really becoming tapped into the mind, the body, and the soul, and understanding that divine alignment, because you were the ones 4 years ago when all started changing. You were the ones that dove in there, and you dove deep on learning how to do things, and sometimes crying because you couldn't get it, and trying to get, so you were frustrated and you didn't stop, because that's part of the fire in you. So if you haven't been feeling that fire in your inner foundation, it is time for you to finish your shadow work, okay? It is time to finish your shadow work for those of you who did not. But for those of you who did, it's going to be really, really good. Do not stop is what I'm hearing. Do not stop. You keep going. If you're tired, because we are jumping timelines, we are literally moving into this whole brand new evolving world, and that includes a lot of people. So with you guys, you have this beautiful energy of making sure with this Four of Wands that you take the time needed to recalibrate, to rebalance. If you're tired during the day, take a nap, take a cat nap. It doesn't have to be a full long nap. You know, sometimes I take a 2 or 3 hour nap and then I go again, because it's our bodies are changing. Everything about us is changing and the energy is shifting all around us. So, in order to get the achievement, and this is a card of achievement, very, very good for you. In order to get that achievement, it is important that you continue to take good care of your mind, your body, and your soul. Eating right, and some of you need to start walking. You're not walking enough. You may be in an area that's very, very cold, in an area that is, I see some snow coming down. I don't see a lot of it. It's more like outside, and you're inside for another group of you. Wherever you are, if you're having a hard time going outside to actually exercise or connect with the beautiful elements of nature outside, make sure that you're putting it in your home, in your surroundings. Even if you're renting a room from somebody, put some plants in there and stay connected to Mother Earth. Okay, we can stay connected to Mother Earth through plants like this. This is a live plant, and it's actually helping in this room where we feel more in balance. And that's one of the messages for you. It will help you outgrow this, or move with the energy, is what they're saying. Not outgrow it, but move with the energy of the shifting times, is what I just heard for you. Now, some of you, when it comes to your family and friends, that Seven of Swords was a big deal, okay? And I feel that somebody really did you wrong, and that's not surprising, because that is what is making the world change. Where when we live in a narcissistic society, that's when everything triggers. That's when everything really shifts, where we can either stay with the old times and accept it, or we can open our mind and expand. And I love this for you guys, because you are literally expanding into a place that is a higher vibration for you. You have the High Priestess, and the High Priestess is beautiful. Some of you are learning how to use your intuition. You're learning how to tap into a different level, but keeping the respect of not violating the boundaries of someone else. Now, as we learn to grow, we can tap in. I can tap into anyone, anywhere, but I don't. I have boundaries, and I stay within those boundaries. Meaning, if you ask me to go do so-and-so, and they didn't give me permission, I'm not going to go in there and start giving you their information. That's a violation of boundaries, and I will reap the karma of that. So I feel a lot of you are learning this beautiful concept of seeing beyond, and it has to do with your past. It has to do with people in your family life, with family, friends. It could be relationships, work relationships, prior relationships. If you're retired, it could be your neighbors next door. It doesn't matter how old you are. These messages are very, very important, because as we go forward, one of the most important things is to tap into our mind, okay, our intuition. By using the intuition, we can microvibe our way out, which is why I wrote the book Microvibe. I'll put the link in this video, okay? It is time to understand how to use it where it's to your advantage, especially when it comes to family. I see some of you have 1, 2 people. This is for a group of you with 2 people. Now it can be more, but these 2 people were like a tag team around you. One may have been boosting you up while the other one was tearing you down. And that's why you started focusing on learning something new. Writing a book, learning how to write movies, in the art, in the fine arts category, in the world of art itself. But it has to do, whatever it was with you, it had to do with something that you really wanted to do. That's what brought you to where you are today. Today is a time to actually put it forth and take action on it. These people are very envious and very jealous of you. And it was an actual, I'm hearing the word game, an actual game that they played with you, Aries, where, now I don't see this happen very often with Aries. I have an Aries rising, so a lot of what I do in life comes from my Aries rising, right? The wisdom comes from Aquarius in my sun sign, and we can go on and on into all the astrological no matter whether it's Western astrology or anything else. But this reading is about giving you guidance to help you achieve the highest greatness in your own life. It has nothing to do with those people. These people are going to be coming back around. So if you're still in contact with them, it's important for you to focus on what you're doing. But I don't think this particular scenario, you are in contact with them. I feel they're coming back around. It's to say, hey, happy holiday to some of you if you're in the North America and you celebrate the upcoming Thanksgiving holiday, and others, this will be the Christmas holiday, maybe the New Year's holiday, because this is like a 6 to 7 week period of time where they are going to start impeding in your mind. Memories are going to come in once they reach out to you. Think twice, okay? Use your intuition and think twice about getting involved with this group, these two people or more, whoever it is, because they're the reason that you felt as though you were not succeeding, and you've conquered that. Now it's time to take action and grow this, and it's going to be very, very good for you as you roll into the new year. It is going to help you tremendously to stay in balance. For another group of you, I feel that this is one person. It may be a romantic partner. They have feminine energy, although I do feel Pisces is in it, Virgo is in it, Libra is attached. So whether it's one or they even have all those zodiac signs attached to them, there is something very feminine about them, meaning they come from emotional base rather than the mental base. They're not necessarily of ego, but they were upside down in their divine feminine energy. When we're upside down in our divine feminine energy, it is time to flip that back around and take charge. I don't think they did, okay? I don't think they did. They're the Two of Swords. They actually are going to create a lot of inner conflict with you. This is, if you were looking at this as a no card, that would be confirmation. No, they didn't finish their own journey. Be very cautious about this particular individual, all right? There's something trying about this particular character, and you've come way too far to be stopped by this one person. This is mental conflict. This is mental confusion. Maybe even being, I'm hearing verbally toxic, verbally unhealthy to you. I have to be careful of what words I say. Otherwise, I'm not talking about other channels. It doesn't go through the feed. So this is paying very close attention to what's going on so you can see right past through this. I feel they already hurt you on some level, but with this energy is this new change coming in for our Aries. Now, as we look further at our relationships, you have this beautiful energy right here where it's time to change the wheel of fortune. Things are getting ready to become explosive if you are done with your shadow work, if you have found something that really you love to do. And if you haven't, again, now is the time to do it. When it comes to romance, I'm seeing a group of you that may be involved with somebody you work with, okay? Maybe you and your partner work underneath the same corporation, or you own your own business. Who knows what it is? There is a connection between you and your partner when it comes to actual physical work. This particular group of you, it is like you guys have a hard time leaving work at work and being partners at home, where it overlaps. And I feel it has been causing, I'm hearing, it's been causing a lot of problems, a lot of arguing and conflict. And it is time to reevaluate those boundaries and set it to where, okay, when we're home, we don't talk about work. And you have to be very clear and concise, and both of you have to be in agreement. And if you can do this, you and your partner will work through this Mercury in retrograde, creating all of this negative energy. And it's not necessarily negative, but it is a challenge for us to go back and reevaluate whatever we were working on, whatever didn't work out, whoever it was. That's what's coming back around in this particular relationship. Now, for another group of you who are in a relationship right now, I feel that there's not as much communication as there should be, but yet this is a time to actually get that communication up and going again. And you guys have the card of, hold on. Oh, beautiful. You've got a lot of love between you and your partner. So it's time to open up the communication, but speak from a place of open-heartedness. Now, that doesn't mean that we have to give them what they want or, vice versa. It means that unconditional love is important in this particular relationship. If you don't want to be with them, it's time to communicate from a place of unconditional love. I can't do this anymore. I don't want to, and move forward. And the plan could be to move forward after the holiday. It doesn't have to be right away, but you are definitely going to know if you've been stuck in a decision you don't know what to do with. Aries, you and your partner are going to figure it out. You will figure it out. Either you're going to fix and repair and start communicating, start accepting, I love you just the way you are. I'm not going to try and change you. And I will work this way, or it just doesn't work for me. Now, those of you who are single, okay, you've got a beautiful card that it's time for you to really rise up. You have the Two of Cups, okay? And this Two of Cups energy is creating a new partnership that is perfect for you. It can feel like a soulmate. It may feel very familiar. You've known them for a long time, possibly a kindred spirit, but I feel for a lot of you, this is the the dot to your I. This is the cross of the T, okay? This is the person who is going to help you when you need help, and when they need help, you help them. So it's like a give and take, a really balanced relationship where it may be one person's listening and one person's speaking, and then you stop and you reverse. A lot of balance and harmony in this particular individual. And you've probably been waiting years, if not your entire life, for this particular person to come into your life. The reason they're coming in is because you've done your work. So if you haven't done your shadow work, that message may not apply to you. Your shadow work is your inner work. If you need help with that, you can send a message to me. I'm actually putting it in book form for you. You can work with me in private session if you'd like to. Now, before we go into the guided message, all right, I'm going to pull, I was guided to create these little cards, and on each card is a word. And the word, I'm supposed to talk to you about the word. Okay, we have the card of move. All right, the card of move, but on the back side it says get out of your own way. Get out of your own way. For those of you who are feeling stuck, for those of you who can't seem to find a way to move forward, get out of your head and be open to the changes that are going on. If we're too stuck in the old cycle of life and the old patterns, especially negative patterns that actually did not work in your favor, if we're too stuck in those, then we can't see the way forward. And they're saying, get out of your way. That was the message that came with that. Now let me call in and ask Archangel Michael and my guide Ali what they want to tell our Aries. Aries, every time I hear your voice, every time I see you, when I watch you, and I watch you all the time, I see somebody of great power, but oftentimes you forget just how strong you really are. You are the glue, excuse me, that holds people together. You are the reason that people want to dive in and go further. You have this gift, this beautiful spiritual gift of being able to communicate with people in a way that touches them and lightens up their soul to trigger them into actually making change. So for you, Aries, if you've been feeling stuck, it is time for you to move forward. It is time to go past wherever you are today. Allow yourself the emotional attachment to people, places, and things that are new and of value. Use your divine connection, your mind, your body, and soul in alignment with the divine. And remember, the divine works through you because the divine is in you, because you are the divine. This is a beautiful time for our Aries to take this powerful season and use it to your advantage. If you need help, call me, call my team. We will be here for you. So, Aries, I do hope that this helps you in the month of December. Thank you to my guides, Archangel Michael and my ally. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful month. Much love.